Ounce Black Angus Sirloin Steak. This is 4 easy pays, which will go away at the end of the day. This is the 2022 Customer Choice Food Award winner. You all at home voted for this as your best grilling food item, and it's grilling season, and we're looking to make just beautiful steaks on the grill. It all starts with this, and I will tell you this, there is no auto delivery, so stock up while we can offer it. All right, so we're not outside with the grill, but obviously you can make these inside or outside, and this might make a nice Father's Day gift. What do you think?
Absolutely. So first off, this is what we call our everything steak. So you can use this for absolutely everything in your house. Anything you're going to use meat for, this is the steak that you should have in the freezer to do it. Look at the texture, but most importantly, look how there's zero fat on this steak. That's why everybody loves this steak, and we can use it for everything. It's incredibly tender, it's flavorful, it's juicy, but it's just absolutely the perfect cut to do anything like that with. Whether you're gonna have a salad, whether you're gonna have a center cut, just beautiful steak, because remember, every one of these is center cut. So if you wanna have a steak and potatoes dinner, this works. If you wanna do what Brittany's doing, making tacos with this meat, you can do that too, because this sirloin steak is what we call the everything steak. Just for that reason, there's no fat, and it's incredibly tender and flavorful.
200 to go around, and then they are gone, and there is no auto delivery. And Father's Day will be here before you know it. So maybe we could do bill to, ship to, but you'll have these in your freezer as long as you put them in your cart and you check out, because that 200 will go quickly.
Right. So Pat, these are all Black Angus, which is really important, right? The best steakhouses around the country, around the globe, quite frankly. We ship product to 24 different countries to steakhouses. More than 80% of them request it to be Black Angus because they know it's always known for the best quality product. So these are Black Angus, all product born, raised, and harvested here in the United States. It's been vegetarian fed for at least 150 days. But then on top of that, we take it in our facility here at the butcher shop and we age it for minimally 28 days. What does that do? That just allows this meat to break down, get even more tender. So if you ever bought a steak at a restaurant, or excuse me, at a grocery store, Brittany and I so often laugh when we first started dating almost 12 or 13 years ago now. She was like always shocked that when I would bring steaks home, how good they were. And she's like, why can't I have that at the grocery store? Well, there's a big reason for it. It's the aging process, right? Grocery stores don't age their steaks. They take steaks in at 2 or 3 days old, and they turn them around and they put them in their case because they want them to stay red really long. So they want to be able to keep them in their case for 4, 5, 10 days. Well, with our product, we're vacuum packaging everything. So we don't have to worry about that. We're taking out all that bacteria that would grow and all the things that they have to deal with. We don't have to worry about it because we're vacuum packaging it. So that allows us to age it. Well, that 28 days aging allows this meat to just break down and get even more tender over time. If you ate this piece of meat at 2 days old versus 30 days old, the 2-day-old one you wouldn't want to eat, the 30-day-old one you would think you're at the best steakhouse in the world. And that's what it's all about. That's why restaurants can give you such an incredible steak experience that you can't get on your own going to the grocery store, because it's just how the meat is handled. So we're handling this meat the same exact way we would for the best steakhouses around the world to bring it to you. We're aging it, it's Black Angus, but then you're taking that and we're trimming it from one end to the other. And I'm gonna show you all the way down at the butcher block here. I'm gonna bring this over.
Okay. While we watch you do that, let me remind everybody again, less than 200 remaining. There is no auto delivery. And I was gonna say, but I don't wanna hurt your feelings, Ray, as we were watching Brittany build those wonderful looking tacos, we're like, oh my gosh, is anyone listening? It looks so good.
It is. It's the everything steak, like Ray said. I mean, we use these for breakfast. We use them in our stews. We use them in cheesesteaks. We have our steak sandwich that we'll slice this down in a few minutes.
Right.
So it really is something that, again, mental meal prep. I have it available in the freezer, individually packaged and blast frozen, just like this. So you just take out whatever you need. Not like the grocery store where maybe you buy 4, 5, 6 of them. You cook 2.
Right.
You wrap them back up, they become freezer burnt, mystery meat, go in the trash a few weeks later.
Right.
Or God knows how long later.
Right.
But This is something that just really makes life
Well, look how
very
lean that
easy.
is, right? You can see there's
Yeah.
no fat. One end to the other on that steak, just the way you see it raw in front of us is the way it looks in the package. It's that deep red color because we've blast frozen it, which is going to make it last in your freezer for up to 18 months. But this is where it all starts, right? It
Okay.
starts with the black Angus beef that you're seeing here. So this is a whole black Angus beef sirloin. Typically, it would weigh about twice as much as it weighs now because we've already taken all the fat, all the stuff off of it that you don't want to eat. You're getting just a center cut, what we call top sirloin steak, where that's all been removed. Then what we do is we take it, we'll square it up, and we'll use this for beef cubes, things like that. And then we cut your steaks. So your steaks, when you get them at home, are going to look just like this, right? Each one of them a little bit different in shape, just because that's the nature of this particular cut. But every one of them incredibly lean in the sense that there's no fat at all on one end to the other of this steak, but also very marbled. You can see the marbling running throughout that meat. That marbling is what is giving us that beautiful texture. It's allowing this meat to taste very buttery and very, richly marbled. That marbling is what gives us that beautiful texture and taste. So
Is there a
at the end of the
trick to making this?
Really, the only trick I can tell you is, first and foremost, when you get your steak, you want to thaw them out. Definitely don't want to cook your
Okay.
steaks from frozen, right? Like with our burgers, cook them from frozen. Of course, we recommend it. But with the steaks, you're going to want to take this vacuum package, just like you see here. And if you know you're going to cook them this weekend and it's Wednesday or Thursday, pop them in your refrigerator. They'll be fine for about a week to 10 days in the vacuum package. So
Oh,
if you don't
wow.
even use them this weekend, that's fine. But pop them in your freezer. If you're in a pinch, run them under cold water. And in 30 minutes, you'll have a steak that's thawed out. So what you want to do is thaw them out first. Then take them out of the vacuum packaging. Get your steak to room temperature. So many people take them when they're incredibly cold and put them right on the grill. Get them to room temperature first. Once you've done that, then season it. Take a little oil, put them on the sides. Take your signature seasoning that we're giving to you in your package already, because it's coming in every single pack of steaks, and just sprinkle a little bit on the outside. You can either do it before you cook it or after. But then you want to get your grill incredibly hot. Many folks get their grill just turned on, maybe let it preheat for a few minutes, and they throw those steaks on there, and it just takes them too long to cook, so they don't get a proper sear. Get your grill hot, 350, 450 degrees, already ready to go, hot, been on for 10 minutes. Throw that steak on, and Brittany, 3-4 minutes on each side.
On each side.
You're ready to go. It's truly that simple. And if you're not outside at the grill, Brittany, you cook them in the house often, right? In a frying pan, just like we would here on air.
Yep.
But again, follow that same suit that I just explained. Make sure you get it to room temperature,
Okay.
thaw it out in the refrigerator or in the water first, season it, and cook it in your pan. It's just such an easy steak. This sirloin steak, what we call it the everything steak, because it can be used for everything. And it's very friendly when it comes to the wallet compared to like a tenderloin steak or something like that, but you still get that same great experience, and you're going to eat from one end to the other.
Well, 175 remain. That is it. So if you want to send this to your dad, to a brother-in-law, to a son-in-law, to an uncle for Father's Day, you want this maybe for a special dinner, maybe a celebration coming up, or maybe everybody comes to your house for a Sunday dinner, or now, I mean, it's getting to be summer season for that griller. I mean, $109.95. How much would you pay for one 6-ounce steak? And think about this. If I was going to take 10 people out to eat at a steakhouse, I'd be worried about what that bill was going to be. Where now you can go ahead and make whatever sides you want to make with this, and you've got 10 black Angus sirloin steaks that you can eat from beginning to end. It's not going to get any better than this.
It's so true, Pat. I mean, the prices in the steakhouses have truly become astronomical. I mean,
Right,
when you
almost
go,
unaffordable.
It really is. And I know everyone out there did some sort of home renovation while we were all home for that period of time. And this weekend, Ray kept asking me, like, what do you want to do for Mother's Day? What do you want to do for Mother's Day? And I told him, I just want to be home. And that's what we did. We ate and we hung out at home, and
Nice.
it was the best. It was the best day ever. It really was. And we even used paper plates so that we didn't have to clean anything up.
Right.
But it worked out really, really well. Being able to just have the quality of food, available to us in the freezer that took minutes to make, and just really, really easy items too. When Ray was talking earlier about when we first met, and I just didn't understand, the difference between Black Angus and what I was eating from the grocery store, I actually thought that I couldn't make steak.
Right.
I mean, I used to say to him, like, I can't cook that. I don't do it right. And I didn't realize at the time it wasn't
you.
cooking method.
Right.
It was the quality of the meat that I was buying.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
now I feel like I'm like, oh, I got this. I can make filet.
You two definitely got this without a doubt. You're going to make sure we get this. You know, maybe this year, instead of buying that gift certificate to go to a restaurant that maybe sometimes doesn't even ever get used, or that gift card,
Right.
send this, because it'll come beautifully packaged. They can put it in the freezer. They can eat it and take it out and maybe just let it thaw out a couple of days when they feel
That's
like
right.
eating it. You're getting 10 of these. That's the beauty of it. And there's fewer than 175 total to go around. When these things sell out, it takes us a long while to go ahead and get these back in stock. And a lot of you are going ahead and you're ordering more than one, because there's no auto delivery. You want to stock up on these, you know, and everything seems like it continually gets more expensive. So take advantage of it now and have it in your freezer. Again, 12 months would be okay with these if I wasn't going to get to them right away.
Right, actually up to 18 months on the
Up to
steaks,
18?
12 months on the
Okay.
burgers. Yeah, so 18 months, they're gonna last in your freezer. And again, I mean, when you can have one of these steaks at your home, Pat, for less than $11, I mean, you just can't have that experience anywhere. Brittany and I go out to eat often. We see what restaurants are charging for steaks. When you can have Black Angus steak quality at your home for a fraction of the price of going out to eat, why wouldn't you do that, right? You're gonna be
Yeah.
home this summer, hopefully grilling with your friends and family. You wanna be able to treat them, whether it's these steaks or the Wagyu burgers or even
Yeah.
the cod that we had on earlier, right? What a great item for lunch. You can throw it on a roll and take it on a picnic with you, and you're off and running. So that's why we love these items. It just makes our life so much easier when you know you have them in the freezer.
You two are the cutest couple, and you bring us the most amazing food that we can share with family and friends. Have you ever seen their hot dogs? If you need hot dogs, go to
Yes.
QVC.com right now. Those hot dogs are delicious. The chicken breast and so much more. Thank you to you both. Have a nice evening. Happy belated Mother's Day, Brittany.
You too, Pat.
Thank you, Pat. Same to you.
We'll see you soon.